Hi everyone. Okay, so for my video for this week, I am going to be talking about not necessarily things in the novels that relate to each other, but the way the authors write. I kind of liked how the author of Middlesex and then the author of Saving Sortie started out their stories the same way. Um, they started out with very abrupt sentences and very not shocking, but I guess you could say shocking, and they're both sentences that draw you in at the first, the very beginning, and so it makes you want to continue reading. And in Middlesex, the first sentence is, "I was born twice. First as a baby girl, and and then again as a teenage boy." And that sentence immediately makes you think about it and ponder it and want to continue reading. And then the first sentence in Saving Sortie is, once when my older sister Sortie and I were working alone in our family's restaurant, just the two of us and the elderly cook, some men got drunk and I stabbed one of them. I was 11. And it feels like to me that when you read that sentence, it immediately draws you in, because you don't necessarily think of an 11-year-old girl stabbing someone. That's a little bit unusual at that point in her life. And so, like I said, they're not really anything interesting within the story, but just the writing skills of the authors being able to start off with a shock factor and be able to pull you into the story right away. And then, as far as Lefty and Desdemona's relationship, I thought it was really interesting how they faked their courtship on the boat. And the author mentioned that he believed that they faked it so that they could make themselves believe it, not so much for the people around them, which definitely makes more sense, once I read that and realized that, oh, maybe that was an issue for them. And by doing that for everyone else, it helped themselves become okay with it and helped them to start a new life and kind of leave the old one behind. Um, Meanwhile, leaving behind the fact that they were brother and sister and starting a new life as, newlyweds, or, newly people who'd never really met before. So, I definitely thought that that was interesting that they tried so hard to um, appear not to know each other and have no connections at all. And yeah, I'm sorry for no interesting effects or anything like that. I'm definitely not a technology person, and I tried, but it did not work. So, anyways, yeah, talk to you guys next week.